Do you have the need for speed?
You can drive or ride in a real NASCAR race car
At Myrtle Beach Speedway.
There's no lead car to follow. No instructor rides with you. In-car, two-way radio communications. Yes, passing is allowed.
It's as real as it gets.
Pace car rides are only $20. The NASCAR racing experience at Myrtle Beach Speedway. Walk-ups always welcome. Pace car is on the pit lane. Green flag waves, and they're headed down to turn number 1. It's Matt Cox, not related to Mike, on the inside. Matt in the truck that really showed some strength last year. And on the outside is Brian Voss. Brian hanging in there and down the front straightaway. And he gets by the Chris's Pizza car, which is up in Little River, South Carolina. Willie Granger on the 9 truck pulls into 4th place now. So it's Voss, Matt Cox, Lucas Williams, and Willie Granger. And, of course, Lucas has won a race here at Myrtle Beach in the Super Trucks and is usually pretty strong. This is a 40-lap event here at Myrtle Beach Speedway. They're down the back straightaway, and now the 38 forges back in front of the 28. So that is, whoa, they touch. And Lucas was out of it momentarily.
Boy.
And Voss goes back to the lead.
Well, look at that number 11 machine. He'll go to the outside of Matt Cox, and he will take that 3rd position.
Barry Elvis in there, too. Now they're 3 abreast down the back straightaway. Barry Elvis on the high side. Barry Elvis goes to 4th place.
Boy, Barry Elvis slipping up the racetrack, and they're still double door-to-door through turn 4. That is for 4th on the racetrack as Clint Fields and Barry Elvis will go door-to-door back into turn 1. Tanner Garrett, 3rd on track in the 11 machine from starting way back in the field. He's got a piece he's brought today, but he's got a lot of talent right out the windshield. That's Lucas Williams and Brian Voss. They are trying to pull it away from the field here.
This time by, 15 laps will be remaining. They're still shuffling back from 4th on. Clay Thomas wants some of the action. Clay Thomas rides in 6th place, just outside the top 5.
Brian Voss will race down the back straightaway here in a Super Truck at Myrtle Beach Speedway, looking for his 2nd win in 2019. First win in a Super Truck, 2nd win in 2019, though. Here comes Voss through turn 4, checkered flags in the air, and Brian Voss wins it here this afternoon.
And Lucas comes over to congratulate you. You're the one driver this season that's won in the late models and the Super Trucks. And yesterday, y'all put in a lot of time getting this truck to go around the racetrack, and obviously it paid off. I wanted to get David Gooding over here, who I saw was working with you. And David has been around out here a long time, but never gets his due for helping guys out.
Yeah, David's an extremely smart guy, and everybody on this truck, I mean, I really didn't do much of anything to it. David, Andy Clemens, Mr. Lane Clemens, Steve Zacharias last year, and of course, all this was set by what Terry Evans did with the truck, and they really got it in the right direction. And had a little engine trouble yesterday, but we got it figured out, and Bimbo Evans did the motor, and it was a very good piece.
Well, let's talk for just a second. Everybody takes a look at how good the driver can drive, but actually you've got to have a horse that makes you look good.
That's exactly right. I don't want to take credit for me because I'm my biggest critic. I sit here and watch videos every night almost, and race monitor, you can always get better. I mean, a 1/10 of a second is so close, but that 1/10 becomes 2, becomes a second, 2 seconds. You can always get better as a driver. It just pays respect to all the guys that work on these things.
Well, the pace car will dive on pit lane, and the Charger field will bring their field of cars through turn 4, led by Strom Altman in the 26. The green flag will go out. The Renegade Race Field green flag for the first time over a Charger field is in the air. Strom Altman will lead a field into turn 1 for the first time today, and they are bumping and grinding a little bit through turn 2 and down the backstretch. Kevin Ellis, the 23 driver, comes out of that 2nd place on
Clifton
track.
Black is falling back through the field, is back to 4th now. He almost felt the bumper of the driver right behind him, which is Brian Owens. But Clifton Black, Davey Hatchell are running in 3rd and 4th with the 23 car hanging right in there, riding in 2nd place.
Kevin Ellis slides up the racetrack off turn 2, and that'll open up the door for Davey Hatchell. He'll look on the inside. They'll door-to-door in 3. Hatchell looking for 2nd place off turn 4 in a Charger race car.
Spin over in the 3rd quarter. Travis Truitt.
Strom Altman will lead them across the line. Once again, a Hatchell actually puts a nose out front across the line as they'll go door to door in turn 1. Davey Hatchell trying to get his spot out front, but Altman will drive the 21 car up the racetrack, and they will still go door to door. Horsepower at the 21 machine hangs him in there as they go into turn 3 for the race lead.
Altman, your leader. Third place being taken over by the 88 of Alex Hicks, the champion in this series.
Well, Hatchell trying that crossover move through turn 1 and 2, and it just didn't work. It almost did, but Altman, veteran driver, held about middle of the ways up the racetrack instead of sliding all the way up the racetrack, and that kind of closed the door on the 21. And Altman is your race leader in the 26. He'll come across the line leading lap number 3. Don't see any bends on it, no smoke. Don't see any trail of any fluid. I see the driver waving his hand out the window, but that's about all I see.
He wants to get past the stripe so he gets the lap. And the yellow comes out.
And so before he goes a lap down, the yellow flag come out, so that would remain him on the lead lap.
Let's see what's going to happen here. Need to wait for the wrecker, or he's going to get down at least to the opening. Green flies. Davey Hatchell through the gears. And looks like the 88 getting a little shove from the 9 of Brian Owens. But Hatchell showered down on the accelerator. Strom Altman is up to almost 6th. He's got a lot of traffic in front of him. Strom down to the inside. Working. Whoa,
Hicks into the
Hicks is
outside
in the
wall.
and he gets snagged by the 11 of Chris Granger. And the yellow will fly again.
Here comes Clifton Black off turn 4. He'll look for the race lead. He'll think better of it as that horsepower. Davey Hatchell, the 21, muscles himself down the front stretch.
He's down at the bottom. That's hard to stay down there. Altman goes to 4th now. Lyle Roberts wants the top 5 in the Jackie Ward car.
Hatchell. He'll slide up the racetrack. And a new race leader.
Side by side, wheel to wheel and hub to hub. And the 13 goes to the front. White flag,
and here
we're
go.
Coming to the checkers.
So Clifton Black wins at Myrtle Beach Speedway.
This started to turn into a crash fest. Did it worry you since the last race was shortened because of so many crashes? What's happening out there?
I don't know, man. It's just been one crazy year so far. So I'm just glad I qualified up front this time and I wasn't in the back where it was at last week.
It didn't look like you possibly had anything for Strom Altman. How did you view the race come to you?
They looked pretty loose in front of me on every restart, so I just know I had to sit back and save some tires a little bit so I could come in on at the end. But that's all really I was thinking at that time.
Brian Voss will line up outside row 4 looking for a second trip to victory lane in the same day. He did it in a super truck. Let's see if he can find victory today in a late model car. Voss will start 8th here this afternoon. As the green's going to fly this time by Sam Yarborough, we'll see the Renegade Race Fuel green flag go out, and Yarborough and Williams will be door to door, fender to fender in turn 1. They'll go side by side through the first 4 positions off turn 2, and drag racing down the back straightaway, 4 position. It's the front 4 door to door. 5th, 6th place are single file, 7th single file on track, but the race lead is given the first lap to Lucas Williams.
Lucas Williams moves to the front in the 11, but look at the 95. Yarborough put the pressure on the driver in the Ford.
Sam Yarborough wants to lead a lap here at Myrtle Beach Speedway. He has historically led a lot of laps here, but he is not going to lead the first 2 laps.
Glinsky is on the move. Glinsky rides into 3rd place behind Yarborough. He's going to shuffle Justin Milliken back, perhaps to 4th place. Lemons rides 5th. David Roberts goes in 6th place.
Tommy Lemons right now 5th on track, and he is looking to try to pick up a spot, but he is mired in behind your racetrack champion here, Justin Milliken. Is Yarborough off the pace? The 95 pole setter off the pace early here in lap 3.
With problems on the 95. The points leader slowing down. He'll be headed for the pits on the back straightaway.
But Matt Linker and Brian Voss both go door to door around the outside simultaneously around the 95 machine as Yarborough for a very uncharacteristic visit to pit lane early as they go door to door in turn 3 for the race lead here with 7 going complete on the board this time by. It could be, can it be? Yes, it's a brand new race leader. Ryan Glinsky leads them across the line for lap number 7.
Glinsky on the 28 car easily goes by Lucas Williams here on the front straightaway. And now everybody lining up in single file back to Nick Sanchez, who's racing with David Roberts going into turn number 3. The 18 and the 98 side by side.
Nick Sanchez in that Honda Generators number 98 wants to get up there in front, to get up front toward the front of the field, and he is having a tough time doing it. There is a lot of traffic in front of him by way of Tommy Lemons. And look, Tommy Lemons and the 02, they'll touch bumpers at the exit of turn 2. They'll go into turn 3. Lemons got a nose in there. Here we come through turn 4. Milligan will stay up high on the racetrack, and we'll go door to door. Sam Yarborough has now caught looks like the 5th place car on track. And I say 5th place car, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th are all right there together. Yarborough is making himself part of this dance.
Yarborough's going to make these drivers work.
He's going
to make them work right here when he's behind them now. And he's willing to take it 3 abreast if necessary.
So Yarborough
picks off 2 getting to turn 1.
And Sanchez and Voss in one corner. And he'll go up against that old track champion Justin Milligan this time, but there again, not for position, just getting around these guys, I reckon having a ball. Saturday afternoon ride for Sam Yarborough here.
Here comes Yarborough. He's just a man on a mission. Not that he's going to win anything, but he's going to prove a little something.
Well, he's proven that fresh tires is the way to get around this place. If you ever got a chance to get some fresh tires at this racetrack and not fall off a lap or 2, then you need to do it because tires is a lot better to get around
But remember,
this place.
Yarborough is a master at keeping the car and the tires under him.
Yes, he is certainly that. Oh, Lemons goes around. He'll get wrapped up with
crashing.
the 96 machine.
Scarpelli involved. The 02 car of Milliken. Also, Sanchez involved. Brian Voss involved. And the yellow is waving.
Ryan Glinsky restart. Glinsky scored your race leader. He'll slip the nose out front across the line. And Jamie Weatherford with a great start.
He was 3rd. Lucas Williams still in the fray. In 3rd, now the 94 on the outside of him. Glinsky trying to sprint away 3 abreast further back. Bradley McCaskill wants some of the action. The 07 car. This is as close as the race has been since the beginning. Smoke from behind the Justin Milliken car, and Sanchez is working hard. Sanchez to the inside of Glinsky. Sanchez, the diversity driver, certainly putting it on the 28 of Glinsky right now. Glinsky trying to come down the racetrack. Sanchez wants an opening.
Well, Glinsky has got to hit his marks as he goes into the turn. He sliding into the racetrack. He'll slide.
Glinsky sliding around. Glinsky gives up first. What's Lucas Williams going to do? What's Jamie Weatherford going to do? The laps are winding down.
Well, watch Craig Stoddard at 24. He's kind of the guy sitting there watching all this going on from that 5th spot of the racetrack, that 24. He may have something for these guys, depending on how the racing looks. And look at the 27, Tommy Lemons. He's back in the picture. Tommy Lemons, a very fast race car, and there might be something on the racetrack.
3 abreast. Craig Stoddard on the inside.
Well,
Blaze Brinkley on the 12. Weatherford there. Stoddard learned something in leading those laps at the last race on that 2nd of the twin races. And he knows I've got the confidence I can run with him because he's challenging the boss man, Lemons.
Tommy Lemons goes to 5th on track as he muscles himself through turn 2, and he'll have the number 12 machine to 10 with. Gage Painter in the number 12, 4th on the speedway. He'll come through turn 4, and he's going to have a bumper full of Tommy Lemons. That 27 is a hungry driver, and he's going to try to go for it here today at Myrtle Beach Speedway. 60 laps complete.
And he's working hard on the 11. Gage Painter riding in 4th, Lemons in 5th. Stoddard rides in 6th place. Jamie Weatherford is 7th.
Well, Weatherford loose off turn 2, losing a ton of track position. He is loose off in the center of the turn, and Weatherford is just loose around both ends of this racetrack. He is losing his tires and he is losing his grip as Tommy Lemons goes for third place off turn 2. Lemons, he'll look to the bottom side of the 11 machine. He'll get it done as he'll muscle himself down the backstretch here at Myrtle Beach Speedway. And Ryan Glinsky has now caught the race leader, Nick Sanchez, and he's going to shape up for a win here as well. 62 laps go complete, and we are not far from the end.
This one's not over because Sanchez is riding right on the rail. Glinsky lost the lead, but he's racing against a driver that is super hungry.
Oh, that number 27 machine, he is super hungry too, and he is coming. Third place, Tommy Lemons, he is catching these front two, and this is shaping up to be one of those good old Myrtle Beach Speedway finishes right here for the NASCAR Whelen All-American Late Model Series.
As Ken Squire would say, it's feeding time at the zoo, and they're all heading for the food bowl.
And I'm going to tell you, there's about 7 or 8 hungry ones out there now, and they're all hovering around that bowl, and they are...
Stollard moving into 5th place.
So Craig Stoddard, good run a couple of weeks ago here, 3 weeks ago here at Myrtle Beach Speedway. He's going to look, so far, it looks like he's going to back it up with another good one here today. So far, looking very good for the 24 machine. He'll move himself to 5th.
Glinsky loses some ground to Sanchez. Here comes Lemons to make the challenge here.
Lemons into the outside wall.
Lemons in the outside wall.
Fiery crash.
Fire under the car. Apparently he broke the fuel pump off on the right front corner when he hit the wall. Possibly he had a tire going down from the earlier altercation. So 11 laps as we pull off a lap, and now everybody better slow down. Got some problems with Lemon's car, parked against the outside retaining wall. The pot's on the table. Who'll take it?
Here we go. Sanchez will lead him from the inside line across the start-finish line, and he'll stick a nose out front. Sanchez will take the lead on the inside as here we go. Glinsky fighting on the outside. He will lift a little bit and give way to the 98 machine.
Stollard trying to pick up third. Stollard wants to be in the hunt. He showed that he's got the gumption to run with him. And look at Glinsky leaning on Sanchez.
Glinsky will stick a nose.
Stollard going to third place now. Stollard wants some of that action. Lemons is not out here. He's going to show him that he can do it. Stollard running like a veteran now.
Sanchez is going to give a little payback this time in turn 3 and now through turn 4. Sanchez will get that inside line. He will not catch the back bumper of Glinsky, and Glinsky will lead it across the line with 67 going on the board. 8 laps to go. The white flag's going to fly this time by the Holiday Sand South driver, Ryan Glinsky. He'll see it first. The white flag in the air one more time around the Myrtle Beach Speedway for the 28 car. Ryan Glinsky for the final time looks into turn 1. He'll go low on the racetrack. He'll slide up just a little bit in the center of the turn. He'll hold himself through turn 2, and he's sailing in the sunset down the backstretch at Myrtle Beach. It's a road wild race for the Ryan Glinsky number 28 machine. He'll bring it through turn 4 down low along the inside retainer wall. He'll fishtail that thing. He'll slide it off turn 4.
Whoa.
He'll go sideways down the front stretch and across the start finish line sideways with the race win for the number 28 driver here today. Ryan Glinsky wins at Myrtle Beach Speedway.
Yarborough's had a problem with his exhaust. Glinsky's out of the car. How about a big round of applause for Ryan Glinsky and his victory here at Myrtle Beach. Let's see if we can get Ryan over here so we can do the interview, then and get all his pictures and his photos. Steve Zacharias with a congratulations to Ryan. Eric Joyner. A lot of locals. Obviously, a very popular victory for you among your friends down here at Myrtle Beach. Hey, you really had to fight for this one. This was not handed to you, especially in the last 10 laps. Tell us about it.
Oh, it was the hardest race I've ever run. Great race, great facility. Can't thank Steve Zacharias, everybody here at Myrtle Beach Speedway, the staff. Just an awesome place to come here and race. And, you know, earlier I was ready to load up, and we had a couple problems. We didn't think we were going to be able to run, but I said, hey, we're starting 6th. Let me just go and see what happens. So, you know, naturally a caution had to come out. So we had a couple restarts and definitely had that last lap pass or that last pass to get the win. And Definitely the hardest race I've ever had to race.
Well, Sanchez was probably fighting as hard as you were because he would have set a little history here by being the first diversity driver to win, but you denied him. Now, tell me about coming through turn 4 when you really had to stand on it to get by him. It looked like you gave him a little intimidation to say, look, this ain't going to be easy.
Nothing's easy in late model stocks, but yeah, I definitely used him up as he used me up twice, but didn't want to wreck him. Just he gave me room. I took the hole and got into him a little bit. That's racing. You know, I want to put a show on for the fans, and it don't get no better than that.
Congratulations, but the other thing is on the last lap, coming to the checker, you seem to have powered that thing up, and it broke loose a little bit on you. Was that intentional?
Oh, yeah. Just prove everybody that, you know, I ain't got no traction control. Everybody's bitching, you know, so it's a fast race car. Jumpstart Motorsports got us hooked up. Hedgecock Racing chassis. PME engines, ton of power with the Harrington Forcer. So, you know, just a little fun that last lap.
Well, congratulations, Ryan. I know you got to be happy. And, of course, you got a local sponsor on the car.
Yes, sir. Holiday Sand South. Anybody need a room, that's the place to be.
Thank you again. Ryan Glinsky and the Glinsky family.